Hi, I'm Nancy Dobbs-Dixon, General Manager of Channel 22, and Big Bird and I would like to thank all of you all who came forward to support Sesame Street so we could continue bringing you that great program here on Channel 22. We'd especially like to thank California Cooperative Creamery, Calistoga Mineral Water, and Clover Stornetta Farm for saving Big Bird here at Channel 22. Also, 3M and PG&E and loads of membership came forward from the community to support the program. So, tune in Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon to see Big Bird and all of his buddies here on Channel 22. How do you shake hands with a bird? I don't know.
KRCB has been on the air. They said we couldn't do it, and it's been done.
My hat's off to all of you who have carried it on, and to those of us who were there in the beginning, what a great thing to be proud of. I'm thrilled, and happy birthday.
I came to Channel 22 as an intern from Sonoma State about 2.5 years before the station went on the air. And I'll never forget that very first on-air fundraiser. We had the volunteers and the food and the phones ringing in this small office space in Roanoke Park. And all the production crew and the techies were going up to the top of Sonoma Mountain to the transmitter shack to broadcast every night for 7 or 8 nights. It was snowing and raining. It was incredible.
Whether your favorites are the exciting science programs, dazzling nature shows, brilliant documentaries, or top quality children's programming, you know you can count on KRCB to keep you informed and entertained. Thank you for your continued support and your commitment to public television.
There's a professor at Sonoma State University who's a political science professor whose specialty was telecommunications and media, the influence of media on society and elections and so on. And he had a sabbatical and was invited to be a part of the White House Office of Telecommunications under Jimmy Carter. And so he was there for 3 years, Professor John Kramer.
One day I was going through the television fact book trying to see where there were television channels which weren't being used, and especially in California. And there, in front of me, was a television channel, a very good one, Channel 22, assigned to Cotati, California, that no one had ever used. From that came the idea that we ought to have our own public television station here in the North Bay, and we began working to do that.
So I started in January of '81 and then spent those intervening years till we were finally on the air in December of '84 getting the license, which was a struggle, and then we had to find land to build the building on and begin to gather a small staff together because it allowed us to gather a lot of ideas about programming and direction for the station. But it was also a hard time because people don't tend to fund, it's an idea, but we managed to get through with help of some friends and some borrowed money and that kind of thing. But by December of '84, then we had the license, we had a transmitter on top of Sonoma Mountain. We were not in this building yet, but this building was underway, and we had a little core staff to take off. You've had a chance now to see the conceptual struggle behind the building of Channel 22. We'd like to show you now a little bit about the building of the station itself. And what we're going to do is use some archival footage, so bear with us on the quality. It was really a barn raising. And the one particular thing I'm remembering at the moment was we had to bring a lot of dirt fill from Stony Point Quarry here to this site because this is adobe soil naturally, and you can't build on adobe soil. You have to put fill in and so on. So Creco's Trucking and a lot of the guys from there spent a Saturday driving loads of dump truck loads full of dirt from Stony Point Quarry to this site. And at the end of the day, we're having soda and potato chips and whatnot. And one of the trucker guys said, "You know what we ought to do when we get our station on the air?" Bingo. That's right. It's our station. It's everybody's station. Everybody from all walks of life in the community. So those are, to me, those are the kind of high points where people begin to articulate back to you what the whole thing is about.
After 6 years of long, hard work from lots and lots of folks in the community, Channel 22 signed on the air on a momentous event on December 2nd, 1984 at 6 o'clock to be exact. We signed on with Spacewoman, a Nova show, and the dream of so many people in so many years had finally become a reality.
And this is an exciting occasion. We're happy to be on the air, and the people that you hear around us are our friends and supporters, most of whom have given tremendously of their time and effort to help put Channel 22 on the air, and we're very excited. It's a wonderful thing to have happened.
By this time, John and I had gotten married, and so along the way, that also happened. We had to go back to Washington and meet with CPB folks and say, this is what we're doing. They came out and did an audit. So that sort of overwhelmed our first couple of years on the air. From the very beginning, we had local programming on the air that said, this is about the North Bay. This is about this community. We were extraordinarily lucky in the fact that producers from the very beginning saw this as an important outlet for their work that they probably couldn't get on the air on other television stations. A fantastic opportunity really had been given to us to help find the voice of the North Bay community through public broadcasting, and that was what we did for the first couple of years. It was a giant mountain we had to climb, but we did.